Yo, what's going on, guys? It's BrendanMushi, and today is patch day for Guilty Gear Strive, so of course, you know I had to come back. You know I had to make a return. And today I want to talk about all of the buffs, nerfs, and changes that all the characters got, and kind of my thoughts and opinions on them. And I want to talk about who are the biggest winners and losers in this patch. Now, I was hoping that this character on the screen right here would have gotten hurt a lot more than he did, but it's okay, I'm not gonna cry about it. So let's go ahead and start off by talking about Soul Bad Guy first. Alright, so for the first change that they listed for Soul, his 2K has reduced knockback. This is actually a buff to him, because since it doesn't push him back as far, it leaves him closer, which is what Soul wants. He wants to stay in your face and pressure you, so this actually helps him out, because he needed it. The next change is his Far Slash. His Far Slash actually has increased knockback, which is a nerf to him, which is super helpful because this is the God button. This button is so stupid. It's plus on block, so it makes it so that Soul can run in for a throw, or he can like press a button, and if you get scared, he can just repeat it. But now, especially if you FD it, it actually pushes him back way farther than it did before. So you can actually reliably FD against Soul and just push that man way the far. Look how far my man slid. Put that man on skates. Before, if you actually FD'd against this, Soul could keep mashing this button and he would never like eventually whiff. So you can actually make him whiff eventually, right? See, after like 3 of them right there, I ended up whiffing. Whereas before, you just would stay in. So that's actually an extremely helpful change. And they increased the damage scaling on it, which means that Soul will do less damage for hitting you with this button than before. And now you can kind of FD him off of you. So that helps a lot. His 2S goes a bit further. And they increase the, I believe, the active time on it. So this is a better poke now. Has a little bit more range. His 6S, they reduce the hitbox above and below it. So now you can reliably 6P it. And you can, see, you can 6P it, and you can also low profile it, like that. So you can actually counter against Soul's 6S in neutral a bit easier. If he's just throwing it out, you can 6P it, or you low profile it if you have a low profile. And if Soul's mashing Far Slash against you, you can FD him off of you. And if you get hit by it, he'll do less damage. So that's actually pretty nice. It makes him a little bit more manageable. And then also the Slash version of Volcanic Viper has more recovery now, and more active frames in general. So it's a little bit easier to punish. Before it was hard to punish him because he recovers so quick. And it looks like he still does recover like mad fast. But you're supposed to like now have more time to actually punish him. So that's cool. They increased the pushback on Bandit Bringer. Which is super helpful, because before this would leave you right next to them, which meant that you could 5K. And since Soul's 5K is 3 frames, because, you know, he needs that, you basically couldn't challenge him. Oh my god, yo, what? Even in the corner, he can't 5K anymore. So now when you block this, he can't use his privileged 3-frame normal anymore after it. And his air one is actually even worse. So his Air Bandit Bringer is actually punishable now. It's, I believe, -7 or -8. You can actually punish the air one now. See? So you can punish the air one, and the grounded one, you can now, he now can no longer oppressively just 5K you after it. So he actually gets punished for Air Bringer. So wow, Soul is actually getting quite a bit of nerfs. But the thing is, they're actually nerfing the character rather than his damage output. I mean, they did nerf the damage off of Far Slash, but I was expecting more just like a damage nerf, but I guess they did give him some additional stuff too, such as fucking this. Like, bruh, what? This man can RC his Wild Throw now, which is actually pretty cool, because I wish that he could have done that before. To be honest with you. That's actually tight. Overall, I think these changes are huge changes to the character. So Soul is still going to be a really stupid character, because a lot of things that make him dumb are still intact, such as the fact that he can combo off of everything. He still has a 3-frame 5K. He still does absurd damage. He still cranks the risk like crazy. Like, he's still essentially the same character. But fundamentally, he's a little less silly in that Bandit Bringer is less oppressive against characters like Zato, for example, characters who can't challenge the 5K afterwards. He can't just mash the slash DP because he goes, it looks like he goes a little bit higher in the air too, but you can definitely feel that he has more recovery, so it's a little bit easier to punish. So yeah, I like these changes, and if they plan on making an overall damage nerf to the cast, then I think that'll definitely bring Soul right in line with the rest of the cast. Yo, my brother Kai was starving for some buffs, man. He really needed some help, man. My dude was out here struggling. So let's take a look at him. So far standing slash reduced recovery. So this is super helpful. I believe that he is a lot safer. He's a lot safer now on block as just ending block strings with this, and it's a lot harder to whiff punish him when he just throws it out. It's also more affected by dash momentum, so you can like run and dash poke with it to extend its range. So it actually makes him more of a threat in neutral, which is kind of Kai's thing. Crouching K, they reduce the knockback on that, so that's a buff to his pressure game as well, so that's helpful. They buffed Stun Dipper to where like it combos a lot easier, because Stun Dipper was like a struggle to get the combo a lot of the times. So not only that, but also it looks like he gets a little bit of a meaty going after it. Yeah, he does. It's more closer to like Leo's quarter circle forward slash now. Because I used to ask this, I was like, bro, why does everyone else get pressure after their combo ender, but he doesn't? Millia gets it after hair car and slash disc. Leo gets it after his quarter circle forward slash. Soul gets it after bandit revolver, but like Kai just doesn't. Yeah, that's hella good. This changes the character a lot. This makes him way better. And it's a lot easier for it to actually connect now too. Yeah, because right there, I don't think it actually, I think it does it travel further? Yeah, it does. It travels further. Because this did not reach before. If you did this, this would only work on crouching. It would not actually reach that whole distance. He would like do like, it would literally do that. It would look like this before, but now he can do this and he gets Oki off it too. That's actually amazing. They buffed Dragon Install because this shit was trash. There was like no reason to use it. And the reason why was because before, Kai could not gain meter after he went into Dragon Install before at all. And they completely removed this penalty, it looks like. So before, if Kai was in Dragon Install, if Kai was in Dragon Install, he could not gain meter, but now he actually can. So it wasn't worth it because you would literally just like lose your ability to spend meter. So like now this actually makes Dragon Install, I don't know if it'll make it worth it, but like it makes it not complete trash. And Dragon Install's Stun Dipper always hard knockdown. That was always a thing before, so that's not really any different. But the fact that the Stun Dipper goes way farther, that is nice. And with dash momentum, bro, look at that shit. Yo, with dash momentum, he goes mad far. Bro, look at that. That's actually really nice. Kai got some great changes. I like this a lot. Overall, I think that this actually makes Kai's offensive pressure got buffed a lot. Like, well, his neutral too with the far slash buff and being able to use the dash momentum. So I think this will actually help Kai out a ton. I think these are amazing changes that he definitely needed. I'm happy for him. Man, I can't stand this character, and I'm not gonna lie. I wish I would have seen a little bit more of a damage decrease to her or something, but I guess if that's something they're looking at in a like universal patch later on, whatever. The first change with Mei is her far standing slash. They decrease the lower hitbox and hurtbox of the move. So I guess it's supposed to make it, I don't know if you could 6P this button before, but it's definitely gonna be easier to 6P it now. And probably easier to like low profile it. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I just think like it's probably just easier to 6P and low profile it. I don't know how easy it was to do before, to be honest, but that's what the change is. Her standing heavy, they increase the active time and decrease the recovery. It actually looks silly how fast she just teleports back to the floor. Look at this. She just like, why would they do, what is that? What the fuck? She just, nope. She just like immediately recovers. That's so stupid. And then, so this actually makes this button a lot better for whiff punishing buttons and just counter poking. So if you think someone's gonna like throw a poke out or something, you can like just like throw this out, and it's just a big chunky wall that just will destroy anything, because this move is disjointed. So the axe, or the whatever, the anchor doesn't have a hurt box, and they increased its active time and recovery, so it's better to throw it as a counter poke to just like stuff people's buttons. You just throw that bitch out there. Her 2S, they decreased the active time and expanded the hurt box in front of Mei, so this is actually a nerf to her, which is good, because now it makes this easier to whiff punish, because this button's also kind of disjointed, so it seems like it is still disjointed. Yeah, it's definitely still disjointed, but they probably just maybe decreased it, and by decreasing its active time, it makes it a little bit worse of a poke, because it's not out for as long. So a minor nerf to it. So it seems like they nerfed her far slash and they nerfed her 2S, but they buffed her standing heavy. And these changes don't really seem to be like major to me, to be honest. Like I probably wouldn't have even really noticed that they got changed if they didn't tell me. They did change her command grab, overhead kiss. So they reduced the blowback mid screen, so she can actually get a combo off at mid screen. She could always get a combo off it in the corner, but now she can get a combo off at mid screen. So, not sure exactly what you would do, but something like this. She didn't really change that much. She's pretty much the same character. I wish this character would have got damage nerfed. I hate her. Bro, Axel mains rise up because your boy got buffed. So the first thing is they increased the startup of Snail, quarter circle back. Oh my god, bro, that shit's zoom in. That shit's so fast. He can combo into it off of buttons like standing P, which he could not before, which this is a huge change for this character. This helps him a lot. It also helps him in situations where like, say he landed like a 5K at max range and he can't, before he couldn't really combo into anything, right? Like that doesn't really reach. He can't go into Rensen. Right, see like that misses there, but now he can just do this. And so it's just a lot more simple. He gets a knockdown from it. And then the coolest change that I like that they did with him is they changed it so that one vision can be done from special moves, which is tight because the way that Axel works is when he hits you with an attack from far, if he RCs, he doesn't really like, he doesn't get the ability to like, Red Roman cancel with a bubble because he can't pop you up. So it can be hard for him to like try to get over there and do something. So by letting him use like one vision, he can do like, you know, and then he can actually go for a combo. And it's the same cost, just RC versus one vision and spend it, right? I think this shit's super cool. Alright, so let's see. For Chipp, far standing slash reduce the lower part of the hitbox. So a lot of the changes this patch are nerfing characters' far slashes to make it so that you can 6P them. So that seems to be like a recurring thing with a lot of characters, is that they've like nerfed characters' far slashes to where they want them to be moves that can be low profiled and 6P. Crouching slash made it more easily affected by dash momentum. Kind of a weird change, I feel like. I wouldn't have noticed this change if it wasn't listed here. I'm gonna keep it real. Aerial jump 2K adjusted the attack range and increased the lower hurt box as well as behind and in front of Chipp. Reduced the knockback. Oh my god, fuck yeah. Hold on. Oh my god. Yes! 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 Fuck yeah, the demon is dead! Yeah, thank god you can actually anti-air this move reliably now. You actually get punished for jumping in and someone 6P'ing you, thank god. Potemkin fixed an issue where the hurt box around Potemkin's feet would disappear on landing. That was a thing. That's kind of funny. 6K, reduced recovery. So I don't think that allows him to like link off of it really. I mean, maybe there might be like a meaty setup or something where you can. But I think that that's mostly just gonna be used, yeah, it says like if you're trying to like poke at someone in the mid-range, so it makes it so that you can like kind of use it to like push yourself forward without getting bodied if they block it. I think you can also use it in combos too. I have no idea if that actually is because of the change or not. Like, it reduced the recovery, so I'm assuming it makes it easier to combo off of it in juggles and stuff like that. I don't know. I feel like the main thing is just like throwing it out as a poke in neutral, probably. But the big one is fucking Heat Knuckle. So when the opponent blocks it, it's supposed to crank their risk. So I don't really know the difference between what it was before. And there also is a meter gain change as well. Yeah, I don't know how significant the difference is there, but I'm sure that's something a Potemkin main would probably be more familiar with. If it didn't crank it that much, I mean, obviously it's going to make a difference. Risk is risk, so especially with Garuda and all this other goofy-ass shit he has. So yeah, I mean, he definitely got buffed. I don't think it's a huge change. Like I said, I could be wrong. It doesn't seem like a huge change to me. But, I mean, sure, we'll take him. I think Potemkin's actually really good right now, but he's not, like, super broken, so sure, why not? Oh god. This was like one of the first characters I was curious about, like what their changes would be. And okay, so let's look. So standing heavy, increased active time, increased damage on follow-up hit. So I guess it's supposed to make it a little bit better of a poke, but I can't really tell the difference. And I guess the follow-up hit to this is so if you land heavy, if you press heavy again, he throws them. And I think they're saying they added extra damage to that. So, I don't know. The next one is crouching heavy, decreased the hurt box on startup and extended the hurt box in front of Faust. So I'm assuming this move goes a little bit further than it did before, because it kind of looks like it does. Like, if you look at it, it's actually hitting like beyond the tip. Oh wow, that's actually going mad far. Oh my god. Bruh is hitting him with the air. So I don't know if it was like that before, but I'm assuming it was not. And they buffed this to make it a better poke. Which is good, because a lot of Faust buttons are pretty doo-doo and get and then get clapped by a lot of other characters' better buttons. Jump 2K. Sped up the startup. So I'm not sure exactly how that would help him, because the move still like doesn't travel super fast or anything. So I mean, I guess it just comes out a bit quicker. Reduce the hurt box before the attack comes out. Adjusted the opponent blowback on hit. Let's see. So I wonder how it changes it in air juggles. Yeah, the J2K change is interesting. I'm not sure exactly what that's supposed to do for him. But the main thing that I like that they changed about him is they made it so that his super actually fucking wall breaks now. Before, when you hit someone with this super, it would just reset the game back to neutral for him. But now he can actually use this to actually break the wall and get a hard knockdown, which actually is super helpful because then he can keep his Oki game going. Because Faust's Oki is actually pretty good. He might not do that much damage, but he still has pretty solid mix-ups. And I believe mid-screen, they increased his advantage that he gets mid-screen. He always got advantage. Oh yeah, they definitely did. So he gets advantage mid-screen and against the wall too, so pretty cool. Overall, I think that they should have helped him out a little bit more. Maybe make it so that his items don't help his opponent out so much, which isn't really that bad, but the main thing I felt like for him was just, I felt like his damage was a little bit lacking personally. But alright, so Millia, they reduced the recovery on her stand heavy, which I think actually should make it a little safer to end block strings. It seems like a lot of her changes are more centered around making her a little bit safer. They increased the movement speed on the hitbox of the slash disc. So she can do stuff like this maybe? It seems like this, because this travels faster, it means that it would combo from a far distance that it might not combo from before. I didn't mean to do that. And also, she could probably use it in combos a bit easier. I don't know if she could always do this, but oh shit, that was actually tight. Iron Savior fixed a bug that caused unnatural behavior on Clash. And I think what the idea was with that is that oftentimes whenever Iron Savior clashed, it would like keep, she would like keep she would like keep like flying at them, but have no hitbox at all. It was actually really funny. And they sped up the speed of Lust Shaker, so I believe that makes it so that it's a true block string now, I believe. Yep. So they're not getting counter hit and I'm not getting hit, so now Millias can stop crying about how unsafe their pressure is. And so like, for example, say you do like 6H or something. Usually 6H leaves you pretty close to the opponent. So if you do like a slash disc, you get punished. If you do a hair car, you get punished. You know, heavy disc, obviously, you know how that goes. You do this, you can get grabbed or something. So now that she has this, she can end her block string safely. So now Millia players can stop crying. Maybe this character, instead of being bottom 3, she'll be bottom 4 now. So congrats. Obviously I'm joking. This character, in my opinion, is ridiculous. And I think these changes definitely help her out. They're clearly buffs. I saw on Twitter that she can still do the like cross up S disc cross up, whatever. Where she like runs, does a slash disc, and it crosses you up. It might be a little bit different timing now, but she can still do that. So overall, I think she got buffed, which I'm fine with. I don't really have too much of a problem with where Millia is in the game right now. I think those are pretty cool changes, so. All right, let's take a look at my boy Zato. So, standing heavy, increase the attack's active time. So this has a more active hitbox. Increase the hitbox in front of Zato during the active frames. Not something I really noticed. I know that Zato's heavy slash before is disjointed at the tip. So oftentimes you can throw it out and it will blow up other people's moves as long as their hurt box is near the tip. So if they extended the hitbox on it, I mean, I'll definitely take it. But it's not something I can actually notice, to be honest with you. Nor can I notice that it has increased active frames. But it definitely helps in terms of making this like a counter poke, in the same way that Mei uses her heavy slash as like a counter poke. So it definitely helps him. They sped up the speed of 6P, thank God. Because this actually makes it so that I believe Zato can finally combo off of his P button. Oh my God, thank you. Oh my God, Zato can finally combo off of his punches. Of course he can't do it off of 3 though. Why would he be able to do that? Of course it doesn't work from far, but whatever, we'll take it. What if I go, does the drill meaty? It does. That's tight. They also, oh yeah, it also didn't knock them back like this either. So that's pretty cool too. That's actually super nice. That's sick. Okay, I like that. This is a super welcome change, because before you had to do womp. You had to do this whack ass shit. It's so stupid, but so that's tight. Summon Eddie, so when you recall Eddie with core circle back heavy, the summon will be canceled faster. Does that mean that Eddie disappears faster? I'm not sure. I can't really tell. It feels like Eddie's disappearing quicker, like he's leaving the game way faster. But I could be placebo. That's the thing with the patches. Sometimes stuff is placebo. So the main thing here, though, the main winner is just that he can do this. Like, well, as it doesn't work. The fact that he can do this is super helpful. That helps him so much. So I'll take what I can get, honestly. Okay, so Neanderthal Valentine. So they reduce the lower hitbox in front of Ramlethal's jump H. Oh, thank God. This normal is stupid. I don't really know by how much. Cause it looks still dumb. So I'm not sure exactly what it was that they changed, or by how much it's gonna help till I actually play against it. At least I can anti-air her at this angle, which I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if I could before, but they also increased the forward movement on Daro, which I think helps a lot because A lot of times Daro wouldn't reach like that, which still can happen, but it should at least reduce the amount of times that happens. And a lot of times Ramlethals will have to use RC, PRC, to make up for that distance. Like something like that, even though it didn't combo, but you get the idea. And then the other change was her core circle back slash in the air. It floats the opponent on a grounded hit now, so it gives her like a hard knockdown. This actually helps her a lot, because now she can actually end her air confirms in a hard knockdown. Like this, and then she can go for like a safe jump or something. So that actually helps her a lot, and she has some instant overhead stuff too against characters. And now she can like probably do something like this. Probably might not work on Ramlethal, but on taller characters like Faust, she'd be able to like instant overhead and then go into this, and then it'll give her a hard knockdown. So that's actually pretty cool. I guess it only does it with both swords equipped though. So yeah, so it doesn't only when you have both swords equipped. So yeah, no, I think that's actually a change that helps her out. I don't know why Ramlethal needed a buff, but nerfing her jump heavy is definitely welcome, because it really is annoying to play against this. I wish they would have nerfed the damage on her reversal super. Other than that, I don't really have too many problems with Ram. Really, it's just her reversal super and her jump H is stupid. That's really it. I mean, she can have oppressive normals. That's the point of the character, right? I might complain about it, but I mean, honestly, I don't have too many problems with where Ramlethal is currently right now, so I think that's fine. So for some reason, they made it so that Leo can now dash cancel his K. So as soon as it hits, he can dash cancel it or jump cancel it. Which he definitely did not need at all. Leo already has extremely stupid offense and back turn, but now that he has this, he can actually avoid things that people might try to do on defense. Like for example, if somebody like tries to DP, he can actually dash to the other side and avoid it, like that. Or this is so stupid. Or he can avoid yellow Roman cancels by jump canceling and blocking, or DPs. Yeah, I don't know why, but that's a thing that he can do. So for Nago, they buffed the startup of his 6P. I think it starts up like 1 frame faster. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not sure exactly how that helps him. It seems like the main thing for him though is that his far slash into S actually recovers a lot more of his blood gauge. I think it's like 1.5 bars or something like that. So you see that I have almost 2 bars. And it recovers like way more than it did before. So now like Nagoriyuki can like much more reliably keep his blood gauge down. So this actually helps him out a lot, and was actually like one of the main changes I was asking for the character to get. So I actually like that a lot. So yeah, that's actually super cool. So instead of just having to use the command grab, he also has an on-block way of actually reducing his blood gauge. So that's actually super dope. They also made some changes to his super. So like when Nagoriyuki's super lands on someone at a far distance, it launches them in the air and doesn't actually do the follow-up animation. And a lot of times people do this on purpose to like create combos. Where like they'll do a combo, and then when the wall splat would happen, they'll do this super, and it'll launch them up into the air, and then they'll do like 6H and it'll splat on the wall. It does a fuck ton of damage. It's very unclear the way they word it in the patch notes, but I don't know, it kind of seemed like they were saying that like if the super hits like behind him, it does the same thing. I don't know if that's what they were trying to say or not, but yeah, I think that might be what it is, but but yeah, overall, this change right here, reducing his blood gauge a lot more, is super cool. And it was actually one of the main things I asked for that I think this character should get. is the ability to reduce his blood gauge a whole lot more. So that's actually super dope. Alright, so next we got Gio, and they sped up her 6P, so kind of the same thing as Zato, so this comes out faster. So now she can do like punch 6P into something. I'm surprised that doesn't combo. I actually thought that would. And then her 6H, they made it so that the final hit causes a hard knockdown. So her Giovanna 6H is this knee. If you press heavy again, she does a, if you press forward heavy again, she does another kick, and if you press it a third time, and now that third hit right there will actually hard knockdown, so she can actually probably go for like a safe jump, or whatever the hell she wants. Cross up. So that's actually pretty cool. It kind of adds a little bit more to her offensive capability, because this move was not used very often at all, I feel like. So it actually kind of adds some use to it, and this move just looks flashy, so to actually be able to use it and not sacrifice a knockdown is super cool. So pretty dope. Anji got pretty significant changes this time around. So first of all, his far slash got reduced recovery, which is really nice because this move is actually not the best for a far slash. It's pretty slow and has a lot of recovery. So actually reducing the recovery on this increases, makes his neutral game a lot better. So that's dope. Fujin is kind of wild because they made it so that, so before you would do Fujin, quarter circle forward heavy, and then you would press whatever button to do follow-ups. You know, K follow-up, P follow-up, S follow-up, and H follow-up. Well, now he can actually input the follow-ups before on whiff, so you can do whiff. You couldn't do this on whiff before, but now he can. Not only can he do it on whiff now, but he can also do the follow-ups before Fujin actually hits. So Fujin doesn't actually even need to hit. So he actually has a lot trickier mix-ups now. So this is going to be something that it's going to take time for people to actually figure out all his possibilities. Even after a charged Fujin, he does the spin, and then he can like... So it actually makes this mix-up where he does the regular spin a lot scarier, because now he can do... It's almost like he can do the spin into Fujin follow-up. So a lot of people are going to refer to this as Kara Fujin, because that's... usually what Kara refers to, like Potemkin's Pop Buster, is canceling the startup of a move, which would be Fujin, into the follow-ups. So this actually makes him a lot scarier on offense, which is what a lot of Anji players were complaining about, how much harder it was to open people up, because before, the Fujin follow-ups are pretty telegraphed. Like, all you have to do, because the low is so fast and the overhead is so slow, all you have to do is just block and just wait for the overhead. And then once you see the overhead, you just block and punish it. And then when you factor in like Roman cancel and stuff too, I feel like fast RC, I don't know, I feel like this actually helps him quite a bit. So this will take some time to figure out though. And then they also they increase the active frames and hitboxes on his super as well. So, but yeah, that shit's kind of crazy. He's actually like smoothing now. Look at that shit, dude. Look at this shit. That shit's tight. Yeah, so I'm actually kind of interested to see how Anji would play now. Bro, Ino players rejoice. Oh my god. They made her hover dash way faster, which before playing Ino felt like you were... Oh my god, look how fast that backdash... Bro, this is a huge change. Oh my god, she's way faster now. She feels 10 times better. Because before it felt like you were fucking flying with a parachute tied to your back. Like, you were fucking flying through mud. She's way faster now. That is tight. Wow, so she... I know Ino players are hella happy, dude. Holy shit. That is tight. You love to see it. Also, her standing heavy got changed. It causes a pop-up now. It causes a knock-up, which it didn't before. So that kind of differentiates it from her her crouch heavy, because her crouching heavy and her standing heavy are both things that you would fish for counter hits for, and you usually do crouch heavy into a heavy stroke or something like this. Like you do crouch heavy, heavy stroke. You'd usually do like something like that. But now with stand heavy, it seems like she's probably gonna have different routes, right? I mean, I don't really know, but her crouching kick, they reduced the knockback on that, which might help with her. Her 2K into 2D would oftentimes whiff. It still does at max distance, but maybe it might have helped it when she's a little bit closer, like there. I'm not quite sure, it's kind of hard to tell, but I feel like that would have missed before. So that actually helps her out quite a bit. And then they also made it so that her jump D, they changed the hit effect towards ground. Oh, it looks like it pops them up now. Kind of like Soul's and Giovanna's close slash. It looks like it does like a pop-up effect. So probably gives her more hit stun. So she's got, yeah, player's got some homework to do, because now this pops up. This pops up. Her hover dashes are way faster. This character's smoothing. And 2K 2D is a lot more consistent now. And not only that, but also they made it so that her stroke, it leaves her way closer than before. It used to make her like way back here to where all she could do is poke with the 2K, and a lot of characters could just backdash or jump out. So even if you landed a heavy stroke, they would get away from you so much easier. And now it looks like she can even... well, it looked like I almost landed a close slash before, but maybe I'm wrong. But she definitely is a lot closer than she was before. They reduced the knockback on it, which helps a lot. And I think they said they increased the forward momentum on her super, but I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to tell. But yeah, no, that's actually super tight. I'm happy for players. Yeah, this her JD actually knocks them up now, so I wonder if that makes any of her combos a bit easier. That's tight though. Dino players definitely came up off this patch. Holy shit. That's awesome. She deserved it. This character was struggling. Alright guys, now it's time to take a look at Gold Sewage. This character's butt. But I mean, they can't really buff him too much because he's so new, so it's like kind of hard. I know they said Skyfish, which is this machine gun, has different hit properties depending on the level. So it looks like at the level 1, it doesn't do anything, but then at level 2, it causes a soft knockdown. And I believe at level 3, you get a hard knockdown. So we'll just wait till we get the bar up. Almost there. And I believe this gives him a hard knockdown. Which, that's actually nice if I could only make my fat ass all the way over there to actually combo off it. And then his 6P, they sped up the startup. I don't think he could he do that? Could he do 2P, 6P? I can't remember. I don't think he could. Could he? Well, either way. A faster 6P is never a bad thing, so whatever, we'll take those. Crouch K, reduced knockback, which that will help his pressure game, because it won't knock him back as much. So, and then they fixed a bug in regards to his super. So Womp, this character's cheeks, and they really didn't help him out too much at all. But I mean, that's okay. He's still a new character, and people are figuring him out. So. But the main thing is that the Skyfish properties changing on the hit effects, especially getting the hard knockdown, and the 6P startup, which I think this is new, but I could be wrong. I think those are like the two major changes with this character that he got, so that's pretty much it for him. Yeah, so overall, guys, that just about does it for my review of these patch notes for Guilty Gear Strive. I just wanted to show you guys visually what all the changes were and my thoughts and opinions on them. Obviously, Soul Bad Guy did get nerfed, so he's going to be one of the biggest losers of the patch. Kai Kisuke Bruh, he's up. Kai Kisuke is definitely one of the top winners of the patch. Mei didn't really get changed too much, so I don't really have much to say for her. Axel's definitely a winner. Not like a top major one of the winners of the patch, but he definitely won. Chipp is definitely one of the major losers of this patch. Potemkin, minor win, kind of the same thing with Axel. Potemkin and Axel both got a minor win. Chipp got a minor loss, I feel like. Faust got a minor win. I wouldn't say he got a major one unless some people can figure out that jump 2K change or his other changes a bit better than I could. But personally, I think that Faust is kind of in the middle. I wouldn't even really call him that much of a winner. I mean, the super causing a wall break is a lot better, but that's pretty much it. Millia, minor winner, up there with Faust and Pot and Axel, I'd say minor winner of the patch. Zato as well, minor wins as well. I'd say Ramlethal kind of won too, honestly. I feel like Ramlethal's kind of in the middle. She got a minor nerf, but she also got a minor buff as well. Leo, unfortunately, is a winner in this patch as well. Nago is a winner in this patch. Geo kind of got some kind of quality changes. I wouldn't call her like a top winner, but I'd say that she got some good changes. Anji is definitely top 2. Anji, Ino, and Kai are the highlights of this patch. Those 3 characters got major changes. Those 3 characters are going to be a lot better, which is good because those 3 were like the bottom of the barrel characters. But I don't understand why Faust didn't get as like heavily adjusted in a way that helps him a lot compared to those 3 characters. Kind of weird. Goldlewis needs some help too. I think Goldlewis and Faust need a little bit more help. And Soul is obviously the biggest loser of this patch. I think Leo, your ass is on thin ice, bro. You got so lucky. Ram, Chipp, and Mei also got kind of lucky, but I'm not really tripping about it. The tournament results have shown that the top 5 characters are beatable. They're just really fucking annoying to fight against. And so I'm curious to see what the next patch is going to be. Maybe if we'll see overall decreases to damage, maybe change to the Gatling or whatever. But anyway, I hope that you guys found this video helpful. And let me know what you guys think about the patches down below in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.